Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another review. Well, today's review was recommended by one of my friends. Well, yeah, she told me to watch the film and to make a review, and because I love her, I've been doing it, and because this is a proof, guys, this is the second video I do that someone recommends me to do it. I listen to you. I'm a good YouTuber. I listen to you. You ask, I deliver. Anyway, the film that I'm going to review today, it's called Pavane. I think that's how you say it. It's kind of weird. It's Korean. It's a Korean film based on a book called Pavane for a Dead Princess. And Pavane is like a like a waltz. Yeah. The film released this year, like a month ago, on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. So I didn't have to go to the cinema to watch this one. I watched it from my home. So that's something you can watch it on Netflix. You don't have to pay. Well, you have to pay for Netflix, but it's kind of like everyone has Netflix kind of thing ish. Anyway, the film is directed by Lee Jong Pil, and I just said it's based on a novel. The film tells the story of, and this is when things are going to get difficult because obviously Korean names, I'm going to be very bad with the pronunciation, I'm sorry, but it's Kim Mi Jong, Lee Kyung Dok, and Johan. Yes, those are the names. And Kyung Dok and Mi Jong fall in love. They fall in love, but the thing is that Mi Jong and actually no, the three of them work in a department store called Utopia, yeah. Um, and Mi Young works in the basement because she's like a really good worker. She's like very qualified, but she's not very pretty, like stereotypically. Not how do you say that word, but she's not like Korean standard pretty, and everyone calls her like a dinosaur because that's like how she's supposed to scare you, like. Or you see her and you are so scared, like if you saw a dinosaur, which is so stupid. Um, and everyone is kind of mean to her, and she's like very lonely. And then Kyung Rock has to work in there, and he also works in the in the parking lot. Um, and he starts to have like a curiosity for her, so he asked Johan like, why is she lonely? Blah blah blah. And Johan kind of like doesn't say anything. He lies to like the workers because they are curious as why like Kyung-dok is like so interested in Mi Young, and he's like, oh, it's because they're like cousins, which is a lie. It's a lie. But yeah, that's kind of like how they start the relationship. And I just want to say that the actor is so hot. He's so hot. There's a scene where he's like listening to music and skating in the parking lot, and that's actually very hot. Anyway, with time, uh, Johan is actually like, okay, I believe you. You actually like me young. You're not like lying. You're not just having pity for her, because it does kind of like can be translated into pity, I guess. Like if he knows Mi Young is being bullied and she's lonely, and then Kyung Dok is like, well, I'll be her friend. It's kind of like, are you pitying her or you actually want to be her friend? But no, he's actually in love with her. And there's like these, Johan gives Mi Young and Kyung Dok like walkie-talkies, and they have to have like, so they could talk with each other. But then the other workers find out like like which like station radio, I don't know how you say that, like interference, I don't know the word, but they find out like where do they talk to. And Kyung-dok is confessing his love for her, and such a fucking romantic scene. It's a very romantic scene, and everyone is kind of listening and cheering when he confesses, and she's like, I like you back, which is, I guess, like how the audience also needs to feel. But you do feel like that. And it's very cute. It's very cute, and they start to date, and people are kind of mean to her, but then she's like, actually, I don't. Why are you being mean to me? I didn't do anything to you. The three of them become like a little trio, and on Johan's birthday, they make a cake, well, buy a cake for him. And oh, there's also a scene where they're like lighting the candles, Yoondok and Mi Young, and Mi Young thinks they're like very close, and she thinks they're going to kiss, so she closes her eyes, and then she realizes he's not kissing her, so um she just like pretends didn't nothing happened because he didn't see, which I thought was very funny. You can say like, wow, the film was amazing, this is so lovely, there's nothing wrong with it. But actually no, it's very sad. It's a very sad film. First of all, Johan is a very sad character. He has depression. His dad is the owner of Utopia, but his mom was a mistress, and she was like mistreated and all that stuff, and so she killed herself. And like you kind of know that when at one point Johan is like uh, telling the story of Cinderella, and how like Cinderella was very happy until like she had a baby and the prince left her to find another woman, and he's kind of like portraying obviously what happened to him and his mom, and he's just very lonely, and there's like a point where Young Dog has a dream of going to being a professional dancer, so Min Young is like, you should go to dance school, don't give up on your dream. So he goes to dance school, and he kind of tries to make a balance between like his previous life and his new life as a like student, and he's kind of managing. But there's like one point where Johan is trying to phone people, like because he's lonely, and Kyung doesn't reply because he's with friends, and he tries to. So that's very sad. So that's kind of like when they realized he's depressed. And then like that's the first point where the film starts to get a bit sad. And second point is when Mi Jung goes visit Kyundok, and then everything's fine, and then she leaves, obviously because they don't live in the same city. And then she's like, I realized I miss you and I love you and I need you more than you need me, love me, and miss me. So I chose to leave. And they break up basically. And it's like, what the hell? What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on, people? So he's kind of sad. He finishes school. Well, I don't know if, actually, I don't know. I don't know if he just stops going to school and goes back to work, or if he actually finishes school. The point is that he goes back to work, and one day one of his coworkers is like, we should go have breakfast. So they do go have breakfast, and then they're walking on a street, and he sees a music shop that he previously went with. He previously visited that music shop with Mi Jung, and they listen to this lovely Korean song, and the song says something like "The first time I saw you," and like how it's like a love song. It's a love song. It's a very nice song, and with the coworker, he goes again, and they listen to like a new song and the song is something like, I miss you, baby girl, come back, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it's a sad song. So he starts to cry, obviously remembering that like he doesn't have a girlfriend anymore. So he leaves. He doesn't like care that the coworker is there. He just leaves. And then I assume it's like the next day or like some days after that, the coworker goes to him and she's like, you're an asshole. You're an asshole. Because obviously like you left me there, you're an asshole. But then she gives him like the address and phone number, I guess, of Mi Young, like the new one, because he just didn't know where she moved. So he called her or sent her a letter. Can't remember. Something like that. But he's like, on the 24th of December, I'm going to be in this bus station from 5 p.m. onwards, and I hope you're there. I'll be there. I hope you're there. So you see him, and the 24th of December, it's snowing heavily. So he actually ends up being late. And she's there. And by the time he's there, it's like dark. It's night. And she's like, why did you run? I thought you weren't gonna come. And yeah. And he's like, I just wanted to see you. And she was like, you could have walked. Anyway, they go to a restaurant, they have dinner, they dance very romantically, very cute. And she's like, well, you should go now. It's late. So he says like, okay, bye. And he takes the bus, and then the bus stops. And he's running, and he's like, Mi Young, I love you. Please tell me that means we're coming back. Like, we're back together. I love you. I need you. I can't live without you. Promise me we're going to meet each other the 31st of December. Like, New Year's Eve next week, you and me outside this restaurant. And she's like, yeah, okay. And they kiss, and it's so lovely, and it's it's very sweet, and it's snowing, and they're kissing, and they're in love and finally together again. And he leaves, and you see him smiling in a big light, and then Johan is also smiling. Like, there's like a next scene, Johan is also smiling. He's like, oh my god, life is worth living. And Mi Young is also smiling, because like, why not? Your ex-boyfriend just said he actually loves you a lot. So then Mi Young goes to the restaurant where they were supposed to meet, and she waits 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 forever, because he never comes. Oh my god. And you're like, what the hell? What the hell? Or at least that's what you're supposed to think, I guess, like, what the hell, because I knew what was gonna happen, and not because I had any spoilers, just because I have like media literacy and I know when something is going to happen. And then 5 years, cut to 5 years, and Johan is like completely recovered. He's fine. He's like in a radio interview, and he's talking about his new book, where he's the narrator of the story of Hyun-dok and Mi Young. And he sends a copy to Mi Young, who's working like as a primary teacher or something like that. And she looks very happy, and she has friends, and she's just like having a very good life. And she reads the book, and the book is like about how they fall in love, and how after that snowy day, Kyung-dok, like, the boss had an accident, so he had memory loss, and he just didn't know who the fuck was Mi Young. But they meet again in a classical music concert, and they fall in love again, and they go to Iceland because that was one of their dreams, and they have a happy life together. You're like, oh, okay, so that's fine. They're happy, guys. Like, of course I knew he was in a car accident, but he's fine. He just forgot. And then she calls Johan, and she's like, I like the book, but don't you think it's like too happy? Don't you think that's like a very happy ending? And that's when obviously it's like, oh, okay, that's not what it happened. That is not what it happened. In reality, Kyung-dok did have a bus accident. Like, the bus had an accident, but he died. He's dead. And that's it. That's how it finishes. End of the story. What do I think about that? I think I wanted more. I knew he was gonna die when when he's smiling and there's like this big ass light. I was like, that's a car accident. The boss is going to have an accident and he's going to die. And I just can't do with this. I just can't deal with this anymore. I hate when they do that. I just can't see another story where they're happy, but they're not really happy because they have very short time being happy. And no one's happy. And Min Jung has like so much insecurities, and she spends like half of the relationship feeling not worthy of the love, and then she leaves, and then they're 2 seconds together and he dies, and now she has to live with it forever. And why give me emotional intelligence, give me intellectual crying? Because I didn't even cry because I knew that was gonna happen. And I knew the book was gonna be a lie, and I knew everything. I just knew everything, and this is not because I didn't spoil myself. I didn't know anything about this film. It's just that you see it coming, and it's not that it's a bad film. It's just that it just didn't give me anything new. It didn't give me anything to think. It just didn't give me anything to think. Like the first part of the film is lovely. It has beautiful shots, it has beautiful dialogue, beautiful acting, beautiful chemistry. And then the second part is like pain and suffering, but not in the way I like to suffer. I need something to justify the death more than just it's there to make you cry and to make you feel sad. I need you to give me something that it's not just based on emotions. For example, if you've seen Train Dreams, half like there's a big thing happening in the middle of the film, and it's also related to that, but it's not just that to make you cry. It's actually something that makes the character grow, and it is an emotional story, but it's also intellectual, and it has a justification for the death of the characters. And in this one, there's nothing more than like that's what happens, and that's like what happens in life. I guess like life doesn't have happy endings. I just don't know. I guess it's a good film. I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. And I just think it could have done something greater, something better. But if you want to watch it, just do it. Like, it's a good film. It's a good film. It's a nice film. I just critically, everything that happens, you see it coming, and the plot twist after plot twist, I guess plot twist, it's something that you knew was gonna happen. Like, he dies. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh no, but he's not actually dead. He was just like it was just an accident. He forgot that they're in love. But it's a lie, actually. He's actually dead. I knew that was happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Give me something new. Feed me something new. But anyway, I did like the film. I know I'm sounding like I didn't, but I did. I gave it like a 6.57 maybe, but I like it. I give it a hat because I liked it, and because it has a good soundtrack, and because it's a good story. It's just not what I expect from a film, I guess. But watch it and give me your own opinion. If you have any other films you want me to review, let me know. Or if you have any recommendations for videos, just let me know. Let me know and I'll do it for you. And I love you and thank you for watching my YouTube video, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.